Well, not exactly the typical Punjab type approach, other than the captain Mayank Agarwal lost a few wickets, got runs on the board, but where do they stand as far as that particular target is concerned? Here's where it officially is at the 10 over mark, chasing 154 after Lucknow put that on for 8 wickets, 67 for 3. Mayank Agarwal looked really good while he was there, 25 of 17. And Johnny Bairstow finally getting a chance to come in at 3, has been joined by his counterpart, or his compatriot rather, in Liam Livingstone. Wicket apiece to Chamira Bishnoi and Krunal Pandya. Here on Cricbuzz Comm Box, I'm joined by Shaun Pollock. Shaun, 67 for 3 at the 10 over mark in isolation. Doesn't look like the worst possible start, but those 3 wickets could come back to bite them.
Yeah, it's pretty even Stevens, isn't it? They've sort of set themselves up for a good back end. The 2 Englishmen at the crease now will be looking to form a partnership. But I think there's been some decent stuff as well from Lucknow. I think they've applied a lot of pressure. The spinners are showing. We mentioned how they're the 3rd best in the competition. They've shown their mettle already in building their pressure. And even if you look at that summary chart, I mean, there's 3 of the bowlers who haven't gone for double figures yet, and that's 5 overs in total. So they are applying the pressure. I just think Johnny Bairstow is the big wicket. I know Livingstone can be destructive and, can obviously strike some boundaries at will, but so can Bairstow, and his sort of more calculated approach, I think, is key, that they'll be wanting him to bat for a period of time.
Yeah, I think you summed that up perfectly. Just as we've seen the best and the worst of Livingstone in this short innings, he's been bowled off a free hit by Ravi Bishnoi, and he's come back with 2 back-to-back sixes. The second one, I think, is on the highway back to Mumbai.
Yeah, he can hit it an absolute mile, can't he? And I think that's what almost makes him box office with regards to attraction of why people like to come and watch, because the ball can disappear. So he's obviously finding his feet. He was looking a little bit circumspect to start, maybe just trying to get himself in. But that's why I feel like after these 10 overs, that's where I think his best time to bat is.
Yeah, well, but if you have a look at the bowling, it's been pretty efficient from KL Rahul and his men. A couple of catches for the captain himself, one outstanding one. Mohsin Khan had a great first over. In fact, I think it ended up being a maiden with those 4 byes. Chamira showed his pace, got that early wicket. Just the one for Jason Holder. But who do you reckon, if you look at these names, would be the key to stopping this juggernaut if Bairstow and Livingstone were to build a partnership?
Yeah, I thought Mohsin Khan and Chamira were great. I thought they really asked a lot of good questions. Rish Khan, maybe just, having been out of it for a while, he sort of struggled a little bit to find his length and line. He offered a few balls to hit. The spinners have been good. But as you mentioned now, this is the time where they're going to start taking the attack to them. And I think it might be good just to mix it up with a bit of seam as well. Maybe the 2 spinners operating in tandem might not be the best opportunity for them to apply pressure at this stage.
Yeah, it's been a mixed day for Bishnoi, who's started well, and then it's been 2 sixes by Livingstone, a boundary from Johnny Bairstow. So an expensive over, already some thinking to do for KL Rahul. In terms of the batting to come, while Shaun Pollock has pointed out this is the key partnership, the 2 Englishmen out there. We've got the inexperienced but exciting Jitesh Sharma to follow, and Bhanuka Rajapaksa, of course, come early on. And then, well, Rishi Dhawan, we know, is there in the team as an all-rounder. But after that, yes, we all love KG Rabada. He has contributed with the bat, but I'm not sure you'd want him in there if you're suddenly chasing 10 and over.
Yeah, that's why I think Bairstow is the key, isn't it? I mean, if those guys all come in and Bairstow's at the crease with his experience, what he can bring mentally and stability to the partnership, I think would be key. If one of those other guys are stuck with Livingstone, it might not be the same calm head that prevails. And I think those guys that you mentioned need a calm head around them. But I think they won't be thinking past this partnership. The 2 Englishmen will think, well, listen, don't worry about those guys who are still to come. Let us do the job here and get the job done.
69 of 54. Are you still backing the horse that you started with early on, runs to be chased down?
Yeah, I said it wasn't enough for me, and I think it's still the case.
Yeah, and as long as these 2 stay there, it should even be a canter. But stranger things have happened, particularly in this tournament. We'll wrap it all up at the end as we start off Yet another busy day of cricket approaching a very busy weekend with 4 matches to come. That's all from Shaun Pollock and myself from Cricbuzz Comm Box. We'll see you at the end of the innings.